Greetings, Father Kevin Donlin here, Rector, Church of the Resurrection, the Oratory in Tampa Bay. Hope you're all well on this Sunday night. We're on week 2 of our 10-week journey of stewardship. 10 for 10 leads to 20. And the notion of leading to 20 is a direction, the course we hope everyone in our parish community will undertake for spiritual renewal. As you can see, I'm standing here by a bunch of signs and objects that are related to Ireland. You know, in case you know, I've made a number of trips to Ireland because of our great family ties there. But one of the keys to being in Ireland are these very signs. You see them in the United Kingdom as well. The signs tell you which direction to go in and how far you'll be going. I've found in my travels, especially in the recent pilgrimage I made in Canterbury, that these little signs, these little pointers in direction are invaluable. If you pay attention to the mandate and the direction they point you in, you'll end up exactly where you're supposed to be. However, if you decide to be a little more inventive, or you think you know better than the sign or the people who live in that country, you'll end up perhaps in a place you hadn't expected. And I found often on the pilgrimage places that kept me way off course than where I needed to be. So if you think about it, what we're talking about in these 10 weeks are directions, pointers, mandates. You know where the mandates come from. They come from this very book, the Scriptures. This is, of course, the New Oxford Annotated Bible, New Revised Standard Version. The texts are basically the same no matter which translation you read or where you read it. 2 mandates last week were 10%, the biblical tithe, and we've used the biblical teaching for that each week and sent you the meditations. And then the practical or the corporal works of mercy mandate, which last week was to feed the hungry. And so we asked people to start to get ready to be on vigilant shopping for the Thanksgiving food drive. Look at the sales, get coupons, and bring as much food as you can so we can get as many hungry families fed at Thanksgiving time through the work of the Holy Redeemer Food Pantry. So this week, again, 2 more mandates. First one is the same, 10 for 10 leads to 20. We're asking you to tithe 10% of your tithe, an additional 10%. So if I give $10 a week, I'm asking you to tithe 10% of that and make it $11 per week. And then the second piece is the biblical mandate is kind of the praxis. Last week, feed the hungry. This week, clothe the naked. Now I said, wait, where are we going to find naked people on the streets of Tampa? Well, we don't mean that exactly literally. We're going to do a little practical concern. This, of course, is a blanket. Matter of fact, this is a blanket from Ireland. Matter of fact, one of my favorites. Well, for clothing the naked, we're going to have a blanket drive. I'm going to work for 2 charities here in Tampa, Blanket Tampa Bay and the Linus Project. Remember Linus from Snoopy always had his blanket handy. And both those charities do excellent work, especially during the cold weather, to get the homeless and the disenfranchised warm if they have to be outside and they can't find a place inside. And even during the day, just to have something to keep, like Linus, keep you secure. So we're asking you this week to undertake this very important mandate. Help us simply clothe the naked. Got extra blankets in your house? If you don't, you want to get a new one. It looks nice and shiny like this from Ireland. Whatever you want to do. But help us, as a community of faith, clothe the naked. Last week, feed the hungry. This week, clothe the naked. Now, the blankets won't be given out this week. They'll be given out at the holiday time. But we're asking you to undertake the action, the mandate this week. Spend a little time this week in the stewardship of your time and your talent and check out the best possible blankets to get for those in need here in Tampa Bay. And then when you come to church next Sunday, to continue to add, if you're giving $10, give $11. 10 for 10 leads to 20. We're hoping that if we live those mandates each week, now we're on week 1 down, we're up to week 2, 8 to go after this. If we live those mandates for this 10 weeks, all of us at Community Faith will be pointed in the right direction. Not necessarily to Cary, although County Cary is a pretty nice place to be, but the direction we're really looking to get to is the kingdom of God. I hope you join us on that journey in the right direction through the biblical mandates this week to clothe the naked and to tithe for the sake of the kingdom. God bless. Have a good week. We hope to see you soon.